Yo, what up? What up? What up? Oh, recap. What's happening? Let's lock in. Do a little recap on the race weekend. Cause why not, right? Why not? How do we feel about Yuki Tsunoda and all of the things that he did? I feel like we need to talk about this dude's racing. I feel like Yuki absolutely crushed it, and no one's talking about it. And I think we need to actually talk about what went on. The Dutch Grand Prix was yesterday. If you guys hadn't seen it yet, it was pretty epic. And yeah, I think we need to go ahead and just talk about how we feel about some of the reviews. Yeah, I went live for World Cup. I did do that. It was crazy. Got in a lot of trouble on Twitch for that one, but it was fun though. What are you up to? How are you, bro? How's your day going? No, I probably could go live for some more soccer stuff, but you know, it's always risking getting in trouble is what the problem is with that one. You know, it's always a little risky. Do you watch F1 by any chance? Yo, what up, Petrol Department? How are you, bro? Yeah, just gonna do a quick little recap of what went on the other day for the Grand Prix. You know, that World Cup event was pretty sick, though. No, we had some fun on that one. Definitely a time. I gained some good followers on TikTok on there. The sound's lagging. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me see something. It might just be, what's it called? It could be, I don't know what that could be. That's weird. Hopefully it'll go away. Let's see. Priorities, proxies. Where are you from, by the way, Carp? You based in the US? Or are you based somewhere else? Because I'm based in Los Angeles. Poland. Oh, word, that's sick. Hell yeah. Where in Poland? Like Warsaw? That's pretty cool. Loads. That's how you say it? Loads. That's dope. Hell yeah. I love that. Have you ever been to the US? By any chance? Because I'm from Los Angeles. I'm based in Los Angeles. It's a good time. You know? But yeah, I don't know. I only been to Slovakia, Poland, Czech Republic, Germany, UK, and Ireland. Sick! Hell yeah, that's dope. I love that, dude. That's incredible. I went to Warsaw when I was much younger. I don't know, it was a long time ago. I was much younger, but yeah, it was a long time ago. It was a good time. Happy every day, you'll say. It's GTA. That's sick. Hell yeah. GTA 5 is a real deal. That's for sure. Are you gonna get the new GTA? It looks like it's gonna be pretty sick. You know? It looks like it's gonna be pretty dope. So, yeah, I don't know. That's cool though, man. Mateo, what up, bro? Trying to get a quick little stream in real quick, you know? Teeter, my guy, what up, what up? By the way, I think the USA is a dangerous country. Yeah, of course it's a dangerous country, bro. What up, big dog? What's poppin'? Yo, yesterday I streamed for 2 hours. I streamed the whole Freedom 250. Why do you think the US is a dangerous country? What taught you that? Who told you that? Lucas, what up, bro? How are you, bro? What's popping? What's happening? I thought, I thought the race was a little underwhelming, no? I was a little, let me look at the camera so I can make sure my hat's on here straight. I thought that the race was a little underwhelming. I wanted to talk about some of the Dutch Grand Prix and how crazy that was. I thought that circuit for the Freedom 250 was kind of whack. It was too closed off, too small, you know? Lucas, what's good? Where you at? What are you doing? What's Gucci though? Yeah, Verstappen's crash into the wall was pretty insane. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty crazy. Like actually pretty. There he is. Nobody. What's good? I know you got more questions, big dog. Yeah, Verstappen crashing at his home race is pretty insane. You came in hot with the questions, no? Have I ever worked with Scott Atkins? I know who it is. I never worked with him though. How do you know all these stunt people? That's what I want to know. Ham is being sold by his team. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. What do we think about here? You want to talk about Lewis Hamilton? Let me put Lewis Hamilton up here real quick. Hold on a second. Let me get a Lewis Hamilton post up here. Hold on. Let me get a Lewis Hamilton post up here, so we can when people come into the chat, they know we're talking about Lewis. Let's get a Lewis Hamilton post up here. What time is it in the U.S.? It's 3:09. 3:09. Here, let's get Lewis up here. There we go. Yuki's gonna be that guy. I agree. Yuki is that guy. He is him. You know, Ferrari needs to pick their guy. I agree. Who do you think Ferrari should pick? Should it be Lewis or should it be Charles? That's the real question. Who should it be? Here we go. Who should it be? It's midnight. Oh, dope. It's late there. That's for sure. Nobody. How do you know all these stunt people? That's what I really want to know. How do you know everyone? Lewis is pissed about the time he spoke up. Yeah, I agree. Teeter, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about all the? Let's have a little like debate here, I guess. Questions. How does everyone feel about the race? How does everyone feel about what happened? Why do we feel this way? Has Luke, Lamford, Eric, Leonard ever been at your stunt coordinator? If so, how's that experience? You're just a fan of the industry, but you know all these people. How do you know all these people? I've never worked for them. I've never worked for either one of those guys, but I know who they are. All right, Carp. Peace out, big dog. Get some rest, man. Thanks for popping in real quick. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. So yeah, Lewis. What up, Mateo? What up? Yeah. The race yesterday was kind of crazy. Lewis needs to be. I posted a little video about it on TikTok. If you guys haven't checked it already, my perspective. I said, no, I'm on. I should be on. What's it called, Mateo? I should be live on Twitch too. Mercedes almost sold both their cars trying to defend Lewis after he held up with Charles. The race was buns yesterday. I agree. I feel some type of way about all of it yesterday, no? I think that Lewis... So there's a lot of confrontation going around right now, right, about what happened yesterday with Lewis and Charles and Ferrari. I'm going to say this. I posted a video about Lewis stop playing the nice guy role, right? And needs to lock into the idea of now being... now he needs to be that guy. Remember how Jordan and Kobe Bryant were, and Schumacher? Schumacher wasn't walking around just kind of like treading nicely. People fucking hated that dude people got mad at him at Ferrari, right? And so I think Lewis just needs to do the same thing. He needs to be that guy who's going to step up and be a leader and change the system and not play nice guy. And if he steps on some toes along the way, then that's what happens, right? But he needs to be able to make it a point that people understand at Maranello and also his secondary driver. Charles is 28 points behind him, but he needs to make it clear, like, yo, bro, we're either going to do this or we're not. So yeah, that's my take on that. Yes, I am still involved in stunt work, bro. I still work in the film industry. I'm working next month on a show in Texas called Landman. Where are you from, nobody? I don't know. How do you know so much about the stunt industry? Tell me that. Ferrari's cooked? I don't know if Ferrari's cooked. I think we got a couple of races. We got Monza, right? engine upgrade coming in. Mercedes has to take a Mercedes is taking a grid penalty. There's opportunity there. Get me Billy Bob's auto bro. Yeah, I should, huh? But yeah, I think there's an opportunity for Ferrari to bounce back with the upgrades and all the things that come with that. And yeah, let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens. I think there's a moment there for them to see how this goes. So let's see. I can't sit here and talk for everyone, but I think there's an opportunity there for them, and that's all I'll say. But I think Ferrari definitely dropped the ball yesterday with their strategy and letting that whole situation happen the way it did yesterday. It was kind of a joke, you know. Nobody, my guy, I'm talking to you. Where do you live? Are you in the U.S.? That's what I want to know. Are you in the U.S.? What's your favorite stunt movie? How about that? Let's ask that question. That's what I want to know. So, Save Vision. I don't know if Mercedes is. Do you think Mercedes is going to win? Let me ask you that question. Do you think Mercedes has what it takes to actually win? Do you think they're going to win the whole thing? Tenet all day. That's a good movie. You know, it's funny. I actually worked on Tenet. I did reshoots on Tenet. I was one of the guys who fought what's his nuts, David Washington, in one of the black suits when they're going in reverse. Leclerc doesn't have the pace over a whole season to win a WGC. As it stands, he's number 2 driver. Kimi's gonna win it all for Mercedes. Yeah, okay. I agree that Henry. I think that you know, what's his name? Charles Leclerc doesn't have what it takes, but a lot of people would say elsewise. I got into a couple little arguments on TikTok and Twitter today. Everyone's got an opinion on this about Charles Leclerc. I agree with you though. Charles Leclerc he's been in F1 for 8 years, right? 8 seasons, 3rd highest paid driver on the grid, and has never. 2022 was his best year, right? That's when he came in 2nd in the WGC behind Max. So yeah, I agree with you on that. Paid Leclerc all that money to not produce. I agree. It's crazy to see, right? It's crazy to think that like Leclerc's he's 3rd highest paid driver, above Lando, right? Making more money than Lando. Lando's world champion and coming back right now. And then also we have Carlos Sainz got that bag as well, right? Carlos Sainz is in his bag era, getting paid, and also George Russell is up there as well, which is crazy. All these guys are up there and have no WDC under their belt and have been in the mix for a minute now. It's kind of crazy to see. Where in California are you from, nobody? I live in Los Angeles. The question is, how do you know Guy? Lawson's buns? Bro, he had an incredible drive yesterday. What do you mean he's buns? How's he buns? He had an incredible drive yesterday, bro. How? You gotta elaborate on this one, Teeter. Come on. Tell me how. Liam Lawson cooked. Yuki cooked yesterday too, which is why I had Yuki up. Yuki cooked. Is it rage bait? I agree. He's got to be rage baiting us for sure. You don't believe him? Yuki is that guy, but I think Lawson's that guy too now. That's what I think. No? I think Lawson's that guy also. He looked really good yesterday. Obviously, thanks for the follow, bro. Appreciate it. I think when it comes down to all the things he was doing, I think he looked really good. And probably Hong Kong style. And probably the Hong Kong style of stunt work. It's gritty and stunts produced are amazing. SF. Oh, cool. What got you into liking stunt work? Nobody? I don't understand. Such a random thing to get into. Kind of like how I got into it. No. It was one good race, but he ain't that guy. Fair. Well, hey, we're gonna find out, right? Police Story, best stunt movie ever. I agree with that. It's a pretty good movie. What about Lethal Weapon? Lethal Weapon's pretty good. Some pretty crazy stunts in all those as well. What about was it Charles's fault last race? Charles's fault for what? For what happened? For not getting a podium? For Ferrari not getting a podium? Is that what you're asking? I see you got the Charles Leclerc, what do you call that? Profile pic. Loaded weapon all day. Yeah, I feel you on that. Was it Charles's fault for what? You gotta ask the whole question. That's what you gotta do. I don't know what you mean by that. I will say that if you're asking if it's because we didn't get a podium yesterday, I will say I think it was Ferrari and Charles's fault. It's both their faults, in my opinion. They could have offset the pit strategy easily if that's what Charles wanted to do. That's what they could have done. You're not wrong about that. So I don't know. What do you mean by is it his fault? No, it's fully Ferrari's fault for having no balls to tell Charles what's what. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Joe. I agree with you. So many LH fans blame him for not getting the podium. I'm not sitting here blaming Charles for not getting the podium. I said I'm blaming Ferrari and Charles for not getting the podium. I think there was an opportunity yesterday for them to get a podium. My second season watching F1, I love Lewis, George, Lando, Oscar, rooting for Lewis and George. Hell yeah. Zach Brown was talking photos with Big Back Donnie. I saw he was over there in the corner hanging out with Big Back Donnie, just like he's doing a thing. Big Back Donnie, right? Haas pulled the double DNF and out crazy. Feel bad for Haas, but you know who I'm stoked for is Yuki. Yuki crushed it. You know, Yuki did an incredible job. Let me ask you, Charles, do you think it wasn't Charles' fault yesterday? Do you think it wasn't Ferrari's fault? Let me ask you another question. Do you think that Charles is actually going to come back and beat Lewis the rest of the season? That's a better question. How about that? Do you think that Charles has an ability to actually beat Lewis Hamilton the rest of this year? I want to know that, because that's the real question. He just got a new. You got a good feeling about Monza? So do I. Haas loves a double DNF. Anything to sell. Ja, I think Gene Haas is leaving after this season. That's what I believe. Gene Haas is out after this season. This season or ever? I think in general, just this season. Lewis has been in F1 too long to say ever, right? I just think that Lewis. Yeah, I don't think ever. I think just this season. Did I hear the news? What news? What's breaking news? Yes, of course he does. Okay, fair. Good. Haas has always been buns. I agree. Haas has always been kind of a little skeptical, right? They've been, yeah, but Toyota's taking over for them next year, I believe, is what's going on there. So that's kind of sick. Should we pull up a photo of Charlie? So that way we get the conversation going some more. Charles. Let's see. I'm just on Twitter right now, so let's see what happens. Everyone's got an opinion about Charles right now. He pissed a lot of people off yesterday, I'll tell you that much. That's for sure. Did he do it? Did he do it? Is that your guy? That's the real question. Is that your guy? Stunt work by a product of that. I followed for the starting of Jackie Chan. That's cool. Hell yeah. That's dope. I love that. That's dope. I mean, stunt work in general is pretty crazy. So if you guys don't know, just to let you guys know a little like backstory about me, because some of you are probably new here and were on here yesterday. I was streaming the Freedom 250 yesterday. My name's Kevin, and I am a stuntman in the film industry. I do stunts for a ton of different actors. If you want my credibility, I can show you that also. Let's see here. Well, that's not the page we should be looking at. Here, I'll go to my IMDb, because Instagram can be a little weird sometimes, you know? You never know what you're going to see on there. Let's see here. Exactly, Teeter. Instagram, you never know what you're going to see on Instagram. It's a little wild on there. So, me and Don Cheadle did all the stunts for Don. I love LH. You said you love LH. He is his teammate, dude. Blah, blah, blah. There's not a lot of enemies. Carlson doesn't want to win. Yeah, true. True. I agree with that. I agree with you on that one. But yeah, there's your boy Offset and me doing a thing, having some fun. Right? That's my guy also. It's a little sponsored post. Don't mind us. There's me dialed in, jacked as hell. Mercedes has to come out and said the upgrade packages in Malaysia is so big that they won't have any more money. I agree. And they're also going to run out of money. They also are not going to have any more upgrades for the rest of the year. That's what it sounds like. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, So to give you context, I've been in the stunt world for a long time. I do all the stunts for Don Cheadle. So that's kind of my preference, right? A backstory. I do a lot of stuff in stunts and have fun there. But yeah, at the same time, back to the point about Charles Leclerc. Let's not veer from the topic. You said I've never worked for Chris Cohen, but I know who Chris Cohen is. Mercedes is going to come out with an upgrade package. I think this. Here's what I'll say. I think we have a couple more races, right? Monza, going to be sick. What's the schedule? What is the schedule? F1. Let's see. I forget the schedule, so let's see real quick. We got... Who do we got? We got September 4th, we got Monza, and we got Spain September 11th, then we got Algerian. I think these next 3 races are pretty crucial, is what I think, right? Big upgrades are coming, no doubt about it. Upgrades are coming for Mercedes and coming for also Ferrari. So with that being said, I think that'll be the takeaway as far as what's going to happen next. That's my hot take, right? I think that'll give us a better understanding as to what to expect going forward. Because, yeah, at the end of the day, that's just one of those things that it's going to make all the difference, right? And we'll see, because then they got to start putting... Love that Spain track. Yeah, that looks really cool. I think that's going to be the big truth teller as to what's going to happen with Spain, right? And then obviously the season, we only got 4.5 months left until the season or to the year's over, and then we tap into next year. So winter break and then right back at it. 2027, run it back. So I think in a perfect world, like, the question is, what are we going to do? What are we going to do in the sense of having what's going to happen, right? Mercedes with a big package. That sounds like it's going to gap everyone. Do you think it's actually going to gap everyone though, Trevor? Do you think that? Do you actually believe that? I don't know if I actually believe that. You know? So, sorry, I just saw this on Discord also. My bad. Mateo, say what? Lethal Weapon is one of the crazy ones. Also, suicide jump scene. Do you really want to jump? Yeah, pretty crazy. Lethal Weapon's a good one. I think Mercedes is going to cook everyone. I don't know if Mercedes is going to cook everyone either. I think Mercedes has an opportunity to... I think Kimi has the opportunity to cook everyone. I wonder if... I just wonder. Okay, let me ask you guys this better question. Who would you like to see... Who would you like to see top 30? Who would you like to see win the World Drivers' Championship, and who would you like to see win the Constructors' Championship? How about that? That's a better question. That's a better question. You know? Yeah, I do believe, because why go out and say, yeah, thanks for the follow, Trevor. I appreciate it, bro. The package is so big, it won't. Because they gotta also plan for next year. Next year is only 4.5 months away, right? So you can't keep developing this year's car. You can only just add a couple more things, and then it's on to next year, right? And then from next year, we go on to the next thing and see what we can make happen. And they're hating on all your boy, Big Back Donnie. You know? So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I don't know. I still blame this dude and Ferrari though. That's what I'll say. I think he kind of shot himself in the foot yesterday, is what I'll say. He had plenty of time to sit there and actually pit and do what was needed to be done, but he didn't want to do that, right? I think he kind of blew it for himself. The rumor is that Lewis is announcing a, the rumor is that he's announcing a, what's it called? He's announcing a, what up, Mateo? I see you on Discord too, bro. Yeah, just message me on the side about that. I think at the end of the day, I think Ferrari is giving him a new contract. I think it's going to be pretty big, and then let's see. Let's see what happens, right? But who knows? I think there's a lot of opportunity, though. But we'll see. Trevor, who do you want to see win the whole thing? That's the real question. Do you want to see Kimi win it? He needs a dip. Not sign a contract, honestly. But then he just would be out of F1. You just think he should retire, you're saying? Kimi, look, I knew you were going to say that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Kimi? I don't know. I need to raise his test up a little bit. George, in my opinion, is not ready. Dang. No way he'll get signed by anyone. I think he would, though. I think he would. I truly don't think he's done, dude. I don't think he's done. That's just my hot take, though. You know? I don't know. I hear you, but I don't think Lewis is done in F1, bro. If Max just signed a 4-year contract, Lewis ain't going nowhere. Just know that. There's no way Max is going to sign a 4-year contract until 2030 and Lewis doesn't go anywhere. There's just no way. There's no way. So, I don't see how there's any way that he just doesn't come back. Kimi has dominated since he's been beginning of only the second. Yeah, I agree. Because he has an incredible car, though. You gotta remember that part too. Incredible car. Imagine he was at Ferrari, or imagine he was at McLaren. Would he still be doing the same thing, Trevor? I don't know. Charles isn't a good teammate. Not a world champion. Yeah, that's a hot take, right? I think this is the whole point of having these types of conversations. I'm curious. I had a conversation earlier. Well, I had an argument, I guess is a better choice of words, earlier with somebody who was saying, I said this. Hear me out real quick before you guys say anything. Hear me out. I said this. I said Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc have the same sort of career path, right? Lando's been in F1 for 7 years, and Charles has been in for 8 years. Lando's a world champion. Charles has an impressive resume. The difference is that Lando was on a midfield team for years, right? Carlos Sainz was his teammate, freaking Danny Rick was his teammate, and now he is a world champion because he believes in himself and he stepped it up and he did what it took to get there. Charles Leclerc's had some amazing teammates also. He's had they both share Carlos Sainz as a teammate, and now Charles has got another incredible teammate, and still is struggling to get to where he needs to get to. Now, to be fair, 2022, he did have an incredible year, right? But Max also had a dominant year. The question is, can Charles pick himself up? He just got a new contract, fat deal. Can he pick himself up and dial the hell in and be that guy for Ferrari? And my answer still is just, I don't know, right? I don't know if he's ever going to win a championship, but I would like to think that he can. I'm not a Charles hater. But can he be a George Russell? Can he be a Checo Perez? Can he be a Lewis Hamilton? Can he be a Max Verstappen? And I just don't know if he can. Charles is not a good teammate. Champion, but F1 always been the way he goes to have the cars. The title is the honest. Yeah, of course. And honestly, I don't think Kimi will be the only driver to take the grid penalty Monza. Yeah, no, I know. George is going to take it too. Kimi's going to take it. I think it's going to be a few people that are going to take it because it's all engine upgrades, right? So we'll see. You said nope, jury's out. All right. Well, I mean, we'll see, right? We'll see. My highest stunt adjustment. And what was the stunt? Can you show the stunt? No, I don't think I have it on film. My highest stunt adjustment, the most money I ever made, just to give you context, I worked on Infinity War and Endgame for the Marvel series. We worked 14 days straight on second unit, and I basically did a ton of work, and I think my back-to-back checks were well over 25k per week. So I made what, 50, more than 50 in 2 weeks and 14 days, because we worked 7 days straight, forced calls, meal penalties, overtime, all the things. So yeah, it was a pretty heavy week. You know, he will never be a world champion. He will always be the Robin to someone's Batman. But do you think? Okay, let me ask you this. To that question, Teeter, do you think he was a better driver than? Do you think he was a better driver than Carlos Sainz when he was teammates with Carlos? Seriously, Lewis won immediately with the 2-time world champion Alonso. And Mercedes is already fast, but I think it's because of the battery. I agree. I don't think it's actually the driving. I just think it's just the battery, truthfully speaking. That's what I think. I'm with you on that. I think it's just the battery also. So that's a very valid point. I think I think if you... He was better than Sainz. I don't know. He even got the bag. So my hot take is that I believe that I don't get the Charles love. I don't think a lot of people do. I think it's fandom, right? But it's fandom for all these drivers. I think there's only a few people that it's not fandom for. It's not fandom for Lewis Hamilton. It's not fandom for Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen fans are diehards. Lewis Hamilton fans are diehards. But that's also because they have the resume to go with it. Everything else feels like fandom. I mean, the only other person I'll give that's like proper fandom because we loved him was Danny Ricciardo, right? Danny Ricciardo, everyone fucking loved. Everyone loved Danny Ricciardo because he was that guy. Yes, of course he has that resume, but I'm saying, like, if we're talking about fandom, I think it's the fact that people also love Carlos Sainz, and Carlos Sainz is also the 4th highest paid driver on the grid. You got a $30 million contract from Williams. How? Hold my hand and make it make sense. That's all. Yeah, and then new audio upgrades with that already scary engine. Yeah, I agree. Let me ask you this, Trevor. Equal machinery. Let me ask you guys all this question. Equal machinery. No battery. Let's just say we talk about the Carlos Sainz bag makes no sense. Yeah, I agree. Equal machinery. Everyone's got equal machinery. Everyone's no battery issues. We go back to V8s and V10s, right? Who's winning in the current grid lineup right now? Equal machinery, no batteries, old school regs. Same lineup right now. Who's winning? Trevor's taking Max. I want to know everyone's answers now. Because I got Lewis Hamilton all day. I got Lewis and Max also. Verstappen's winning. Lewis and Max will battle it out. I agree with you. But yeah, I mean, Max. Listen, Max is that dude, right? Max is a driver's driver. I will give you that full blown. Max is a driver's driver all the way through. He will drive the hell out of that car. I give Alonso. I mean, Alonso's a little bit older now, but you're not wrong though. You're not wrong. Alonso's up there still. So yeah, I agree. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see. That's what F1 needs to do. If they really want to make this interesting, what they need to do is they need to go back to having. I'll catch you later, Mateo. I just saw your message on WhatsApp. I'll hit you up in a bit. Verstappen just don't care. He races hard and is fearless. I agree. I mean, yesterday he crashed into the barrier with both hands on the steering wheel. He crashed into both barriers, both hands on the steering wheel, which was insane. Actually insane. I don't think Alonso's done after this year. No, of course not. They said Alonso's going to get a new contract. They're talking about extending Alonso until 2028. I think another hot take. I think since we're on that topic, let's see. Hold on. The rumor is that where is he? I know there's like a fun photo of this dude somewhere, right? They're saying Alonso is supposed to let's just take this one for example. They're saying Alonso is supposed to get a contract until 2028, and I think that the hot take is that Christian Horner's going to try and come in, and I think that Lawrence Stroll's going to sell the team. That's what I think. That's my hot take. No one likes Lawrence Stroll. No one likes Lawrence Stroll because no one likes Lance Stroll. And there's no way Christian Horner's going to come in and not kick Lance out. So I think that Horner's going to take over that team like Toto Wolff does. That's my hot take. After 2028. That's what I believe. I could be wrong, but that's what I believe, though. Thoughts? I don't love Horner, but he's a great team director. Absolutely. He's an incredible team director. I completely agree. So those are my thoughts. I think that's what happens. But again, who knows, right? It's gonna be interesting to see. But I think that Lawrence is on his way out in 2 years. He's done so much for the team already. He's made some things happen. He's made some other things happen. I think he's bouncing. I'll be back in the phone. I'll be saying. Oh yeah, 100%. Question: if there was another team to join, who would you want to be NTP and owner? Ooh, yo, Mars, what up? Thanks for joining. If another team were to join, who would I want it to be in team principal and owner? Ooh, that's a good question. I like that take. So a 13th team, sorry, a 12th team. I'm gonna say, ooh. If another team were to join, I'm going to say I'd probably like to see either a Porsche. Yeah. We're on the same vibe. Porsche, or I'll even say for another team, if it's not Porsche, BMW would be pretty sick actually, since they're in WEC. And I think team principal, I mean Ford technically is Red Bull, so kind of already in the mix, right? They can't. I mean, Ford is the supplier for them. Yeah, F1 fumbled that for sure. But yeah, I would say Porsche, and yes, it's Ford branded, but they can't bring a Ford team in, right? Ford just joined WEC, so they gotta do that first. And Red Bull has to get a new engine supplier. But let's just say Porsche and BMW are my two that I would like to see. And then for team principals, I'm gonna go with Christian Horner for sure. Christian Horner is a dog, and I don't like Christian Horner at all. That dude sucks. With that being said, he does an incredible job. His resume, chef's kiss. He fucking crushes it, right? Owner, anybody that's not in private equity. That's what I'll say. Anybody not in private equity. How about that? Does that work? Who would you want to see, Trevor? That's what I want to. Who would you want to see? But yeah, to your point, Teeter, Ford definitely, Porsche definitely was fumbled by F1. F1's stupid, man. That's for sure. F1 dropped the ball with that one. I agree with you on that. So, and the new Ford WEC car looks insane, bro. Like if we're being here, let me stop playing this music. I'll show you the new. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Ford LMDH. This thing looks insane. If we're being honest here, I mean, it sounds crazy. Like this side by side is pretty wild. Pretty wild. Like, come on. Pretty crazy. And it sounds good. Look, sounds really good. The Cadillac sounds good too, though. But I don't know. I think the Ford might sound better. You know? Ford might sound a little bit better. I don't know. Those are just my opinions. They're just opinions. I don't want to offend anybody. You know? So yeah. Those are just my hot takes. The Ford sounds nasty, bro. The Ford does sound really nasty. It sounds really nasty in there. You know? And then I saw that today they had testing at the Madrid ring. Right? For FP3 or F3 cars. This is going to be a chaotic race. This is definitely going to be a chaotic race. I'm excited for that. That's going to be sick. That's pretty great. That's pretty great. Porsche or BMW, but the real question is who would you want in the car to take the current driver on the grid? Ooh. Who would I want in the car for Porsche or BMW? Let's just narrow it down. Let's just say we're gonna pick Porsche, right? And who would I want to be the current driver on the grid? I would say, give me Yuki Tsunoda, right? That's driver. He'll just be there, and give me Danny Ricciardo. I know I can't take him from the current grid, but yeah, give me Yuki Tsunoda and give me Yuki and give me. I'll even say give me Arvid Lindblad. Yeah, the Yuki. Come on now. Yuki and Danny would be a sick driver pairing, like one of the sickest. It would be so clean and so much fun. The radio messages would be insane. But that's what I'd like to see. But if I can't have Danny Rick, then I would take what's his name? I'll take Arvid Lindblad over there. Arvid Lindblad's pretty sick. Or bring Colton, the kid from Cadillac, bring him up and have him over there at Porsche. Would be sick. He seems like he's pretty talented, you know? Um, that's funny. DNF, P7. That's pretty good. What did this dude say? What was your worst injury? And what was the worst stunt to be a part of? I guess. Star, what up? I guess, so you hate Deadmans? Yeah, I'm not a big high fall guy. Not a big high fall guy. It's not really my jam anymore. I did high falls for a while. Not really my jam anymore. Worst stunt injury. My worst stunt injury is I burned my face a few years ago. That was pretty brutal. Sorry, turn that down. My bad. I burned my face a few years ago, so that was pretty brutal. I'm working on the movie. I was working on what's it called? I was working on, what movie was that? Godzilla. Torch, a bomb went off behind me. Whole face got torched. It's pretty shitty. It's pretty brutal, to be honest with you. But it was good though. I could actually show you here, since you guys always want to know. TikTok. Let's see if I'm logged into my TikTok on here. What up, Star? How are you? What are my thoughts on Lawson being most likely dropped? I don't think it makes no sense to me, honestly speaking. Why would they drop him? It makes no sense. So here's the gnarliest stunt I've ever done, just for context, guys. Let's see if this plays. Where's the audio? There it is. This is the gnarliest stunt I've ever done. Just for context, this is me in the fire suit right here.
Just another day as a stuntman on set.
Pretty gnarly. Probably one of the gnarliest stunts I've ever done. That was on NCIS Los Angeles.
Just another day as
that was back in 2020. Pretty gnarly. And then obviously there's other stuff. If you go to my Instagram, like me training for stuff as well. Do all that fun jazz. Getting blown up and thrown around and shit. Testing things out. This was on Godzilla. So yeah. Kind of wild. That's when I got hurt. When that bomb went off back there. But yeah. What did you say? Was up late. Saw you were live. I'm good, Star. How are you? How's everything with you? I hope you're well. Who do you have winning the championship? Real talk. Do you think Lewis can beat Kimmy with how he's been? I think so. I think there's opportunity there, right? I think there's definitely opportunity there to do it. I think there's definitely an opportunity for Lewis to pull up and make some things happen. In a perfect world, it has to be perfect though. There's a lot of room for errors to happen, right? Like Kimmy can DNF again. You gotta remember, Lewis is also the only person who has not DNF this year, who's like had the most consistency throughout the entire season. I think he's finished the most laps. He's done all the things. Even with how it's been with Charles not letting him get past. I think so. I think Lewis can. I'll say this: if Lewis can keep qualifying well, you think a Ferrari DNF is coming? Damn, not what I wanted to hear. If Lewis can continue to keep qualifying well, and what I mean by well, I mean like top 3, right? Top 4. I think he has an opportunity to make some things happen and beat Kimmy, right? I do. If Lewis doesn't qualify well and Charles out-qualifies him, then I don't think it's going to happen. Because we all know if Charles out-qualifies Lewis, he's not going to give up that position, and he's not going to want Lewis to pass him because Charles is only 28 points behind Lewis, and he's eager to try and do that. And those new upgrades. I know you keep saying that. You keep saying it's hard. I'm not disagreeing with you. It is hard, but at the same time, anything's possible. Kimmy has DNF twice already, right? It's been twice this year. He's DNF'd. Anything's possible. So let's see. Let's see. I don't know. I'm optimistic, dude. I'm overwhelmingly optimistic about the fact that anything can happen this season. I was working on Westworld. It was cool. Westworld was really cool. I met who's the guy that plays Hannibal Lecter? Anthony Hopkins. I met him on Westworld. It was pretty sick. I liked working on Westworld. That's crazy. Podiums for McLaren. Lewis Hamilton 49. Lando Norris 48. Also, I like Lando. Lando's had an incredible year, man. I like what Lando's doing. He's done a good job. But Yuki is that guy. That's for sure. Trevor, to your point though, I think that there's an opportunity for Lewis to actually fight. He's been in the sport the longest outside of Alonso, and Kimi has the fastest car, but we'll see, right? Anything can happen. I thought this was kind of crazy though. I thought this situation was crazy. How do you guys feel about the Williams crashing into each other? Carlos Sainz crashing into Alex Albon after signing the new contract. That was a pretty wild scenario yesterday. Can't believe that happened. Signed a contract on Tuesday. Signed a contract on Wednesday. On Sunday, they're freaking crashing into each other. Wild. How does that happen? Make that make sense. In my opinion, though, with how Ferrari's been upgrading, I don't see much of a difference. I mean, they did, okay, to be fair, they did bring innovation, right? They brought innovation to the wing, to the Macarena wing. That was pretty crazy. You know what I mean? Like, they brought innovation to the Macarena wing, and they, because Mercedes seems to be faster still. I think Mercedes just has a better power. It just has a better engine, better, I mean, reliability I don't know so much about, but they've had a better engine no matter what. Williams has become a joke. But yeah, that's a whole nother story with Williams and their whole program, right? Kind of crazy how they're doing that. What else did I see? That battery, though, is a question. That shit's not legal. I agree with you on that, man. I definitely agree with you on that one. That's for sure. That's funny. F1 Troll is pretty great. If you guys don't follow F1 Troll on Twitter or on Instagram, he's hilarious, man. You have to check him out. He's hilarious. So, anyway. Let's see. What else is there? I wanted to talk about something else, but I forgot what it was. Oh, yeah. How crazy was this situation with Hulkenberg? Hulkenberg freaking not... Dude, reaction time for F1 drivers is pretty insane, no? This dude was able to freaking dodge his own teammate. It was pretty insane. I mean, this clip is crazy. Let's see. I could go to Instagram. I just needed to sign out of there. Every time there's always some crazy shit on Instagram, bro. Instagram is just like become a dating website. It's kind of crazy. How old do you think Kimi will do with the grid penalty? I don't know. Teeter. Every time, bro. What was the first stunt you got credited and paid for? I don't remember. All good. How well do I think Kimi will do at Monza? I think Kimi's top 3. That's what I think. I think my hot take. Okay, here we go. Right here. Hot take. Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc win. They win Monza. 1-2. Lewis, Charles, Kimi. That's what I think. That's my hot take. Okay? That's what I think's going to happen. I want to find this clip of freaking Nico Hulkenberg, man. Dodging Gabby. Where the hell is it? Lewis Verstappen, Kimi. I don't think George is taking the pin at Monza. Heard Baku. Interesting. But I don't think George has ever performed well at Monza. That's what I go off of. I don't think George has ever performed well at Monza. That's my whole take. Right? Where is... This is the crash with Max. Yeah, don't need that. Where's Nico Hulkenberg at, bro? Oh, it's right here. This was insane. Like, look at how you missed him. Like, that was so crazy. I know. I was watching. Yeah, he'd be up there. That was like such a his reaction time to not get crazy, bro. Hats off to Nico Hulkenberg. Yeah, but with that straight line speed, it will matter. I think yes, you're right. With the straight line speed, it'll definitely matter. Trevor, I feel like you're a Mercedes fan quietly. I feel like you're rooting for Mercedes quietly. Am I missing something? Something you want to tell me? You keep saying the buts. What if? What? This? That? Are you rooting for Mercedes? Do you want Mercedes to win it all? Low key, you said you want Kimi to win it all, so I get it. You want them to win it all. I'm here for it. I'm not mad at that. But it sounds like you want. Who's your team? How about that? That's a better question. Who's your team, Trevor? That's what I want to know. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I can't really see it on my computer right now. I'm a Merc fan too. I'm a Lewis fan also. I'm a Total Wolf fan too. I'm a Bono Wellington fan too. You gotta realize the whole reason Kimmy's so freaking good with the Mercedes is because he's got in his ear the entire race. He's got Bono Wellington giving him the most insane stats ever. He's got the most insane stat man, just calculating data and relaying it back to him within seconds. But then you got Lewis Hamilton over at Ferrari, and they're like, "Oh, we're checking. What are checking?" Do you remember 2024 when Lewis won? When Lewis won at Silverstone his last year, right? And Bono was like, "Pit here, you'll come out in front of this person." The chemistry that Bono has as being an engineer, it's next to none. It's next to none. He is the GOAT, right? So yeah, I think it makes sense why Kimmy's so good. He gets fed so much information. That's why he hits track limits all the time, is because he's finding the threshold about what's going on. I know. She said some dumb shit too about, she couldn't even say land of the free, home of the brave, like a fucking idiot. Danica Patrick's an idiot, man. That's your girl though, Teeter. That ain't my girl. You know? Would be incredible to see Kimmy win a title though. I see 4 in my opinion. So you're a Kimmy stan, is what I've learned. You stan Kimmy Antonelli. How old are you, Trevor? I love it though. I'm here for it. Fair. All right. That's dope. So yeah, you love Kimmy. Kimmy's the GOAT. He's legendary, bro. I got nothing but love for him. He's super talented. There's no denying that. The dude's super, super talented. What was I supposed to look up? McLaren F1. Let's see. I met probably paid her in Trump crypto. Probably. I gotta give it to this dude though, man. Hats off to this dude. He's proven that he's I mean, yeah. Remember when he hopped in Lewis's car in 2024 and he freaking chucked it into the wall? Was it at Monza? His first free practice? That's when I knew he was the GOAT. He found the threshold on his first free practice. Chucked it into the wall. Can't even be mad at that, bro. I truly believe. Okay, here's my other opinion, hot take, whatever you want to call it. I really believe that Toto Wolff blew it by not giving Lewis what he wanted and not pairing Kimmy with Lewis. Imagine Kimmy and Lewis as teammates this year. Would be insane. Would be insane, bro. Imagine Kimmy and Max Verstappen as teammates. Would be insane. It'd be an incredible driver pairing with either one of those drivers. Yeah, it was Monza. That's what I said. I was pretty sure it was a Monza, and he freaking checked it. Yeah, got promoted. Exactly. So I've known about him before. It would be a rivalry. Another rivalry is better. Yeah, I agree. It's a terrible picture of Oscar. I don't know why they use that. Some of the photos that they use of these guys is terrible, man. By the way, this trophy for this Dutch Grand Prix, stellar. Absolutely loved it. Loved it. That's for sure. Absolutely loved it. So, but anyway, I just wanted to hop on real quick and talk shop. I'll probably find another stream this week. They saw it before the crash. This kid had speed. Yeah, I mean, Kimmy's the guy, bro. Kimmy's the guy. There's no denying that. We all know that. You're crazy to think if you don't think Kimmy is a generational talent. F1 is lucky to have him. That's for sure. Hopefully the sport doesn't get ruined by stupid MBS and the FIA, because Kimmy's got a lot of wins ahead of him to make some things happen. Hopefully people stay tuned in and want to keep watching. Do you watch any other open wheel sports or any other racing like IMSA or WEC? IndyCar, NASCAR? Or are you just more of an F1 guy? Out of curiosity. This crash was also crazy. At what's it called? This crash was insane at IMSA yesterday. It was pretty wild. No, can't believe he just flew into the wall like that. Just waiting for that Gucci livery next year. It's gonna be sick. Oh, hey, listen, we definitely about the cops. Here, hold on. Here you go. Hold on. Gucci. Let's see here. Where's it at? There you go. Yeah.
Oh. Gucci gang. Oh. That's it right there, T-Net. Lil Pump. Yeah. Gucci gang. Oh. Yeah. Big head on the Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Next year. That's us.
My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh.
This is this next year. This is how Pierre's pulling up with Flavio in the game. Because Franco Colapinto's not going to be there. Who do we think's replacing Franco? Because he's not going to be there. That's the real question. Who do we think is actually going to replace him? Trevor, again, do you watch any other motorsport? Anything? Nothing? Maybe not. Love that. Love the height difference there. Do you watch any other motorsport? Do you watch WEC or IMSA, or do you watch anything like in the sense of anything else besides F1? I gotta start watching MotoGP. Where is MotoGP shown at? That's the real question. I've never been able to catch it. Yeah, I watch all of them, even NASCAR. Sick. Okay. Hell yeah. Well, guys, it's been fun, man. This is a fun little stream. I just wanted to hop on real quick. I'm gonna stream again probably on Wednesday. You said, but way early? What do you mean? Way early? Like you don't watch it anymore? Like Valentino Rossi? Is that what you're saying? Oh, damn. Yeah, that's early. That's like big dog early. Like big dog early. I don't know if I'm... Yeah, I'll see you boys Wednesday. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of the Monday. And we'll chat. I'll have a little more stuff to talk about on Wednesday. You boys take care, okay? Peace.